What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical, average American here today to react and learn about Norwegian military equipment. So, here in the United States, we are very proud of our military. So much so that we don't really even bother to learn about other militaries in other countries. So today, I really want to check out this video which claims that Norway produces some of the most advanced military technology in the world. So let's take a look.
When most people think of Norway, they think of striking natural beauty, one of the most democratic nations on earth,
Yeah.
various forms of fermented, dried, or salted fish,
Yeah.
which they spread across the globe, and unimaginable oil wealth.
Yes, exactly. That is what most Americans would think of, like, if we were asked about Norway. I've never thought about Norway as this military technology powerhouse. Like, I didn't even know that.
The reality is that Norway boasts one of the most technologically advanced military production capabilities in the world, and
Wow.
is a supplier to many of their NATO allies, of everything from air defense systems, cruise missiles, smart shells, to anti-armor launchers and drones.
You guys make all this? Oh my God. So, Norway is particularly advanced at making all of these crazy, like, missiles and rocket launchers and drones. And so, what makes Norway so good at this? Why are you guys so good at this?
Norway used to be among the poorest nations in Europe, which was never conducive to an advanced weapons industry, like that of its neighbor, Sweden. But all that changed with the advent of Germany infringing on Norway's neutrality in World War II, and especially Norway striking oil in 1969.
Right.
The relatively poor country suddenly had money to invest in a weapons industry, and funds were injected into, among others, the companies that are now named Nammo and Kongsberg.
Oh, okay. So basically, Norway has had a rough history of really needing an advanced military and wanting one. And Norway is rich. Well, you guys have a lot of money that you can invest in different things. And I didn't know one of the things Norway has invested in so heavily is military production technology.
It would be stupid of me to mention any other equipment as my first pick than the NASAMS. Developed by Kongsberg, this system is currently in operation in 15
Whoa.
different countries and have proven capable of downing anything Russia has to offer in the Ukraine war.
So this is like a missile launcher?
It includes a system for mobile launches mounted on a 4x4, and Kongsberg is currently working on a long-range variant.
Oh my God. This thing is terrifying. Look at this thing. This is huge. I didn't know. Don't mess with Norway. That's what I've learned. Don't do it. You guys got this?
That will be a direct competitor to the Patriot. NASAMS is the air defense system of choice when it comes to protecting the White House and Capitol in Washington, D.C.
Oh.
Seeing as I am an infantry
Wait, did he just say this system developed by Norway? That's something that we use in the United States. I didn't even know that.
grunt, the second pick on my list would have to be the iconic M72 Law. Produced by Nammo,
Oh.
it has been deployed to over 20 conflicts. I know plenty
Oh.
of veterans who were deployed in Vietnam, and back then, this was their go-to weapon of choice.
This is an anti-tank weapon. What an amazing piece of technology. Like, you know, it's sad to even have to think about war and this being necessary, but you better believe, I'm sure troops were stoked to get something that could fight a tank. This little thing is like an anti-tank rocket launcher. It's amazing how small it is.
When it came to anti-armor or fortification warfare, it is still in use in large parts of NATO, and has been upgraded more times than I can count.
Oh,
By
wow.
all accounts, an iconic weapon made by the Norwegian defense industry.
Supplied in over 20 conflicts. So Norway has been building all this stuff and supplying it for a long time now.
Rounding
Apparently.
off my top three will have to be the naval and joint strike missiles. A joint venture between Raytheon and Kongsberg. These
Ooh.
missiles are two designations of the same missile meant for different
Ooh.
platforms. One for ground-based launchers and ships, and one for a very specialized role in the F-35.
We're talking literally about missiles. It's not easy to make a missile. Like, I know in this day and age, there's a lot of technology that goes into a missile that's used like in jets and planes and whatever. This is really, really impressive, I gotta say.
Kongsberg has received a record number of orders for these missiles this year and are having to ramp up production massively
Oh,
as
wow.
more and more countries adopt the F-35. Pilots
Oh, wow.
rate these as some of the most stealthy anti-ship and fortification missiles ever developed. And originally, Norway made these to strike out at any potential naval invasion of its shores and getting away before the
Oh
target
my
noticed them.
god. It's kind of scary. It's like, I don't know, it's kind of weird. Like, a lot of Americans really think that we are the only ones with this stuff. And it's just not true. As a matter of fact, there's some stuff here Norway is cooking up that I've never even heard of before.
Next on the list will have to be Norway's Skjold corvette and its incredible shipbuilding industry in general.
Oh, wow.
The Skjold was long hailed as the fastest military ship in the world, and with recent upgrades, it is still undisputed when it comes to the combination of firepower and speed.
This thing is sick. This thing just looks cool. And that counts for something. It looks cool. It's got reduced radar, it's stealthy, quick, hard to see, hard to track. Pretty amazing.
Its purpose is to sneak up on larger enemies and take them apart with its naval strike missiles. Up next is the highly acclaimed Black Hornet nano drone.
Oh, I know about this one. I did a video a while ago just learning about this crazy little drone. Like, this got me learning that Norway is on to, like, you guys are up to stuff. This made me aware, like, hey, Norway is making some pretty crazy technology.
Developed in Norway by Fleur Teledyne, it is a staple of most high-end NATO special ops teams
Oh my
and has seen
God.
extensive use in Ukraine and on counter-terrorism missions worldwide. Though
Unbelievable.
it has a pretty hefty unit price, it allows its users to seamlessly patrol ahead in very tight spaces.
Wow. These are all, and it's amazing because a lot of the Norwegian technology like this is making it so much safer for troops and army soldiers, like where they can just scout using this instead of themselves.
And it is very hard to shoot down due to its small size. It is also almost soundless, which makes it a big wish list item for rescue and espionage missions.
That is so
The
cool.
Norwegian army operates an undisclosed number of these drones.
That is so freaking cool. You guys have an undisclosed number? You haven't publicly stated how many you have? There could be one floating outside my window right now. I'd never know.
The most important military production in Norway has to be its extensive range of artillery shells and ammunition, and especially its smart and guided shells. Nammo is one of Europe's largest producers of ammunition for artillery.
You can have artillery shells, like shot out of a cannon, that are smart? I didn't know you could make stuff like this have any kind of guided system I thought this was kind of shot out of the cannon and it like a cannonball and it went where it went. You know, obviously they aim it, but I didn't know there was so much technology in these things.
And also boast ram projectiles, which rival the firing distance of any other 155mm product in the world.
Oh my
The
god.
war in Ukraine has shown the world that artillery is still extremely important in warfare. So
see.
Norway is doing everything in its power to increase the output of Nammo. The Crows and other remote turret systems
It's amazing a lot of this technology is being used. Like, it's very important. It's being developed right now. It's being used right now. A lot of it, I know, in Ukraine, fighting against Russia. It's pretty amazing. It's pretty cool.
developed by Kongsberg is a must on this list. These top-of-the-line pieces of equipment ensures that soldiers can stay inside of the well-protected armored vehicle while on patrol or in an engagement.
Oh,
In
this is the turrets that goes on top of the car, right?
Afghanistan, these turrets reduced the amount of casualties for machine gunners drastically, though it is important to note that they do reduce the normal input a gunner would have, as you lose some overview and sounds in, for example, urban environments.
This is amazing. Like, I wonder if there's Americans who have used this kind of stuff, this Norwegian technology. I hope so, because this is another example of getting humans out of harm's way, of developing things so to help humans and to help protect humans, basically, so they don't have to sit on top of the car and be exposed.
Kongsberg has variants for these, capable of carrying the Javelin, machine guns, and larger caliber systems like the Bushmaster or
My
autocannons.
God.
In the era we are in with FPV drones posing a significant threat, Kongsberg has also developed a drone countermeasure turret, which will automatically fire at enemy UAVs.
What?
Intelligence has proven
Wait, what? Are they putting a rocket launcher? Are they putting a rocket launcher on there, or it's pretty crazy. It's disturbing, like, in a way, what modern war looks like, but I'm glad. Honestly, I am glad that it's Norway, like, pioneering a lot of this technology, because, like, Norway is an ally, and Norway is, like, a responsible country, so that's good.
Intelligence has proven to be king for Norway. Being so close to one of Russia's main military hubs in Murmansk also means that there's plenty of signals and intelligence to be gathered.
Oh, wow.
While many people do not know this, Norway's continued investment in their Marjata program means that they have one of the most advanced signals and intelligence ships on the planet. Rumor has it that it was Norway that picked up the signals and sound signature from the then sunken Kursk submarine in year 2000, which
No way. So it's not just bombs. It's not just explosions. Norway is developing drones, these like stealthy ships, these types of, I don't know, frequencies or ways of capturing data and locating things and hearing communications. Like, it's really quite a wide range of military technologies.
ultimately led to Russia, and then newly elected Vladimir Putin having to admit that one of their billion-dollar nuclear submarines had sunk. FS Marjata and Eger are likely the two items in the Norwegian armed forces.
So this is all Norwegian ships right here. Looks pretty awesome. Like, yeah, I'm sure a lot of countries are probably sick of America's, we're so proud of our military, and it probably makes, I don't know, does it make people nervous? Like, as an American, like, I feel good and protected knowing that we have a big military. I don't know what our allies think or what the rest of the world thinks. Like, if it's just kind of scary how much power the US has, or and nuclear bombs. And it's interesting to think about, because now that I have to think about all of this power Norway has, it's like I'm actually kind of glad.
That irritate Vladimir Putin more than anything else, as they feed a treasure trove of information back to NATO data centers. Having one of the longest coastlines in the world means that Norway has had to focus on how to best patrol and guard it with the resources allocated to the Navy. One of the
see.
equipment types recently developed by Kongsberg is what they call the Vanguard system.
Okay.
Essentially a containerized plug-and-play system where armaments, drones, helicopters, and underwater assets
Oh,
are
wow.
easily interchangeable in order to save cost and time.
So it's like a interesting system. It's like a system of being flexible with all the different technologies and stuff that are available to Norway, basically, and this ship, like the flexibility of carrying all these different things.
It is systems like this which will enable Norway and its allies to increase the size of their navies, by using the same platform with different modules.
I
And
see.
Kongsberg is at the forefront of this research and development.
I
What many
see.
people don't know about the Norwegian defense
My
industry
God.
is that it produces a large part of the rocket engines and missile propulsion systems for many of the most famous missile systems in the world.
What?
The AM
I did see there's so much. Norway is doing so much I don't know about. How much money are you making off this too? Like it's cool. Like respect. So you guys make rocket or missile engines and sell those probably to America.
Iris-T, Patriot, NASAMS, SAMP-T, and Sea Sparrow systems all carry rocket engines produced and designed in Norway by Nammo. It accounts for much of the
Wow.
total export of Norwegian arms and is a testament to the quality of Norwegian production.
Yeah.
To conclude, Norway produces really high-end military equipment as a result of how their society is built and vast wealth.
My
While other
God.
countries often struggle with ideas being blocked by the top level of the industry, Norway's flat management system and democratic values lead the charge in much of the research and development of high-tech military equipment in the world.
Sure.
Together with Sweden, it is becoming quite the giant when it comes to its own specialist equipment, especially with missiles, anti-aircraft, and smart ammunition. If you like this
Oh my God. Oh my God. This was something. This was amazing. It's not easy to just develop stuff like this. Not anybody can just do this. So there's obviously some very, very smart people in Norway, as well as Norway just like he was talking about at the end there, having the logistics to do all this, like not blocking technology and growth and progress, like Norway allowing all of this to happen and investing the money into these projects. And it's obviously worked out incredibly well for Norway. I had no idea just how well it's going. It's pretty cool. I am glad Norway is an ally, because this is some pretty amazing and deadly stuff we're talking about. So this was really, really cool to learn about. So anyway, if you enjoyed this as well, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts on all this amazing military equipment and technology Norway is making. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Norway and seeing Norwegian things I've never seen before, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching and see you next time.